Let's take a look at some more complicated condensed structural formulas and line angle formulas. We just need more practice. Let's jump right in. So here I drew out a fairly complicated molecule. A bunch of hydrogen atoms. This takes quite a while to draw out. Let's see if we can simplify this, draw some condensed structural formulas and maybe the line angle formula. So let's see how one way you can draw this. There's several ways. Here we have a CH3 bonded to a CH, bonded to a CH3. Notice it doesn't matter which side of that carbon I draw those hydrogens on. It doesn't really matter. The CH is bonded to a CH2, 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 bonded to a carbon, double bonded carbon, CH2, CH2. You can draw a line there or not. Oxygen, CH2, CH, C triple bond N. Then I have a carbon with 3 CH3s on it. So this one, you can see the carbon structure a little better without all of those hydrogens in the way. Now somebody could simplify this and say, well, this CH has 2 CH3s on it. And there's 3 CH2s in a row here. Bonded to my double bond. And a couple of CH2s here. There's 2 of them. To an oxygen, to a CH2, to a CH with my C triple bond N, to a carbon, and maybe they would put all 3 of those CH3s. Just say there's 3 of them on that carbon. These are equivalent. This shorthand notation, I don't like as well when I'm early in organic chemistry learning this, because sometimes it's hard to understand what it really looks like. So I think it's better to draw them out for a while, but eventually you'll see this shorthand notation. You have to start to figure out, what does this mean? It must mean there's 3 of these CH3s on that one carbon. All right, let's see if we can do the line angle formula for this guy and see if we can draw it with just lines and angles. So let's look at this version of my structural formula and see if we can do the line angle formula for this one. Here I have a couple of carbons bonded to this CH. 1, 2, 3 CH2s, 1, 2, 3. And then I have a double bond, carbon, double bonded carbon. So these lines and angles mean carbon, 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 carbon. There's a carbon here and a carbon there. Now I'm at this point, so I need to make a couple of more angles for these 2 carbons. Then after these 2 carbons, I have this oxygen. And then that's to another angle for the CH2. Now I have this one, and it goes to a carbon triple bonded to a nitrogen. So if it's not a carbon, like oxygen or nitrogen, you have to actually draw those atoms in. But all the others, you can draw the carbon if you want, or you can leave the carbon out. Like, it doesn't matter if you draw those carbons in there. But the line angle formula, you don't need it. So this is this CH, this carbon triple bonded to nitrogen. So this CH goes like this to a carbon with 3 methyls on it. 3 CH3 groups. That's called a methyl. So I have this CH3, this one, and this one are here, here, and here. So this carbon has those 3 carbon groups on it. So this represents this. These pictures can represent that. What's cool about this is you can draw some molecules fairly quickly. So this represents 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 carbon atoms. And if I were to draw this out, double bond, double bond, double bond. I have 3 hydrogens here to count to 4, 3 there, 1, 2, 3 bonds already. So there's 1 hydrogen, 2 bonds, 2 hydrogens, 2 bonds, 2 hydrogens. There's 4 bonds on that carbon. This one has 3. This one has 3, 3, 3, and 3. So these are equivalent. This ends up being a little easier to see where the carbons are, what the shape of the molecule is, instead of all the hydrogens getting in the way. So that's how you draw the condensed structural formula and the line angle formula. I hope that all makes sense. You need to practice these. The more you draw these molecules out, the better you'll get at it, and the more it'll just become intuitive and make a lot of sense. They do make some cool structures whenever we study these in the future. It looks like a foreign language is written on a piece of paper. Hey, watch the other videos in this series, like and subscribe so I can continue to help you with your organic chemistry.